I turned War of Dots from an open field brawl into a brutal urban combat simulator. We are fighting block by block from sprawling suburbs straight into a city center meat grinder. Stick around because the final user generated map is absolute chaos. Welcome back to the battlefield. Before we deploy into these custom city streets, I need you to lock in your support. Hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel, Mr. Bunal Gaming. And if you are watching this on your mobile phone right now, do me a huge favor and smash that hype button below. That helps us push this tactical breakdown out to the rest of the algorithm. Look, generals, we've been playing War of Dots since the absolute first day it dropped. We have built an incredible community around it, and we just hit our 17th week in a row hosting our massive livestream community battles for Subscriber Sunday. But I'm going to be blunt with you guys. Recently, I have been getting a bit burnt out. The tactical engine is as good as ever, but because there are so few official maps in the rotation, the daily deployments were starting to feel like a grind. But that is exactly why the Bunal Brigade is the best community in the strategy gaming field. Now, I might be a little bit biased, but I think that's 100% true. You guys took matters into your own hands inside our Discord, which is linked right down in the description below. You have been building out some absolutely unique custom maps. We spent a lot of time grinding through those brutal naval island hopping maps you made a couple weeks ago, but this last week, the community has shifted to urban map making. And it has been incredibly fun to watch your creativity unfold. If you want to get in on this and start building or testing maps with us, hit that Discord link in the description. All are welcome in the Bunal Brigade. Seeing the sheer creativity in the Bunal Brigade community is exactly what brought my interest fully back into War of Dots. Today we are diving into 3 featured maps. The first 2 are absolute meat grinders designed by our subscriber, Number 2 Pencil, and the final map is brought to us by our longtime friend of the channel and a fellow YouTuber, Mr. Talvi Fox. Make sure you go give his channel a follow. He is making awesome, cool content, and his thumbnails are pure works of art. As we covered in the intro, we have 2 intense urban setups and 1 sprawling suburban map gameplay to review. Jump into the comments now and let me know, are you building your own custom maps? And what do you think of our urban designs? Give a massive shout out to the map makers in the Bunal Brigade, and let's get straight into the gameplay. Okay, and here we are into map number 1. And again, thank you, Mr. Number 2 Pencil, for building this out. He's one of our subscribers. He's in the Discord, and he is a savant at these urban maps. I mean, just look at this map here. Before I get too deep into it, I want you to watch my dot right here in the very top. I'm going to pull a bar tech. Watch this move here. It's going to come in a second. My top blue dot. I was just sitting here waiting while we're waiting, and what's this? What's this? We see an open city. Oh, and we take his capital immediately. Now, you know, I do my best here. I'm not the greatest War of Dots player, but we did immediately take his capital city, so I think that counts for a couple points here. You can also see I was moving out in the south and attacking. I then try to take another city. It's just not going to happen. I lose the cities and whatever. I'm not the greatest player. But what I want to talk about here is this Mr. Number 2 Pencil and this map. Now, we were building this in Discord, or he was building it in Discord, and one of the things was I gave him a little bit of a pointer to make some of the roads wider. If you look here, a lot of these roads are only single dot width, which is cool. That adds choke points, that adds realism of small side streets, that kind of stuff. But I was like, hey, we need to make a couple of these roads larger, you know, that 2 or 3 dots can go through. So that was one of my main criticisms or help building out this map for him, which he did follow. And you can see here, I think it looks super cool. It's like so realistic looking to me. There's like parks. There's, you know, like kind of roundabouts. The river looks really good. Like the banks of the river, it looks really good. There's bridges. There's like a highway or like maybe railroad tracks over there. Again, I just thought this was so cool. I love, love, love the creativity and the kind of the way this opens up new aspects of the game. It's not, you know, and what they're, if you look here, you know, like they're using the rocks as the roads and the mountains are the buildings. You cannot pass through the mountains, so you cannot pass through the buildings. So again, I think that ingenuity is so cool. It kind of gives new life to War of Dots, and I am just blown away by the creativity I'm seeing in the Discord. Again, guys, if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description below. feel free to join. Everyone's welcome. It's a nice, awesome community. So let's keep it that way. But here you can see, so the actual battle here going on, purple kind of took me over in the south. Um, there's some fighting going on. And if you're new to Subscriber Sunday, what we do is we basically cap the winning. We cap the matches at who's winning here. So you can see purple has taken over, I don't like 8 cities, I think at this point, 7 or 8 cities. So we're basically in call for them at some point soon, because it's really just going to be an overwhelming victory for them. But this new kind of urban combat, having to use like these kind of roads, only allowing 1 dot per road, go through a road at a time, it really changes your perspective on how to play the match. And I'm pretty sure that purple is Weed Princess down here. And she's an excellent player. She's been in a couple tournaments. She's been doing really well. And she was one of our first like newcomers that came in and kind of dominated a map when she first joined us. So again, super cool to see her still around. We love building up this community. If I remember correctly, though, she did not really like this map, which is fine. I think that's kind of the point, is that these are new things. It's new maps. We're trying out new stuff. And again, for me personally, it breathes a whole new life into the War of Dots aesthetic. It's not the same 4 or 5 maps we've played on 100 times. It's and you get to see like kind of the creativity again of the community here really shine. Like I'm literally blown away by how cool these look, and how well they are built out. So I don't know exactly how long it took Mr. Number 2 Pencil to build this, but I'm sure it wasn't that easy. And again, I gave him some pointers on widening up some roads, so there's like some main avenues, so you can like fit more than 1 dot through. And to even talk on Mr. T and Python here, the pathfinding for this map and these maps were actually not that bad. I was kind of thinking once we got into the maps here, like the dots be getting hung up on all the different buildings like all the time. They actually weren't that bad, to be honest. You can see it here, like the pathfinding isn't too terrible. There were a couple points when I was playing that I got hung up pretty bad. But I think overall I was actually shocked and surprised by how well the dots were able to go through the city streets here, this urban streets. And actually, Orange, I think this is Orange's, I don't know how to say his name, Batter. I don't know what his name is, but I think it was his first time in stream. So again, very cool to have all these new people joining, lots of new people every week. Again, if you guys subscribe to my channel, Mr. Bunal Gaming here, then you will obviously be able to come to the Subscriber Sunday as well. So all are welcome, and we want to see more new faces there all the time. But at this point, we're starting to wrap up the match here. Again, when we're doing Subscriber Sunday, we cap matches at 30 minutes or whoever is kind of winning at that time. I guess I maybe misremembered this one. I thought Weed Princess was going to win, but potentially it's that new guy. I don't know how to say his name. But you can see here, he's starting to move through the city streets as well. What a fun, interesting map. I mean, to me, I think the river looks like super real, like how the banks are wider on like the downslope. They're less on the upslope. I'm pretty sure that's pretty darn accurate to actual, water movements in a river. So very cool. Really, really enjoyed this map. It was very fun. And we're going to actually play this map again in a second here as well. Okay, and here we are now again with the same map from Mr. Number 2 Pencil, but this time we're featuring a new subscriber as well, Mr. The Brazilian Dude, and Lee Cross. You know him. He's a famous YouTuber. He's the most famous, world famous YouTuber, Lee Cross, and Kale. So these are all our awesome community subscribers. You can see I tried to pull a Bartek again, and I actually did take that city over there. I knew I was going to lose it, so I just decided to abandon it anyways, but that was a fun little jump out there to take a city just to start the match off with. So that's one of the things about this map here, is that you can really quickly kind of jump into some cities. But here you can see right here that bottleneck of how the roads work. Again, it's super cool. A new way to play the game, urban combat. Using those roads as bottlenecks and kind of doing urban warfare type stuff. And again, here, Mr. Brazilian Dude actually gave us the replay, because I did not have these replays for some reason, but he was nice enough to send me this replay. So we now can see the whole full map here. Again, I'm kind of making some moves around the map here, trying to blockade against Lee Cross. I'm trying to harass Lee as much as possible so I can get those clicks on these videos. You know, YouTuber takes out YouTuber, of course. Of course, I'm just kidding. Lee Cross is actually super good at this game, versus me not being very good at all. But yeah, so again, I'm really, really blown away by the craftsmanship and the creativity. This is one of the things here. You can see up here, Mr. Kale has like blockaded the streets up here. So that's another thing you can do in these kind of maps, where you can kind of protect your flank, you know, with a smaller amount of troops, and then you can focus larger chunks of your army into another location. But as you're kind of seeing here, you know, those other locations are potentially going to be bottlenecked too. So you kind of have to be very good at cycling or having overwhelming, you know, heavy versus lights kind of thing. You can see that's what happened over here in our far left flank against Mr. Kale. You can see Mr. Brazilian Dude and Lee Cross are having some heavy fights over here in that center plaza, and Lee has pushed him back. I'm trying to make myself a line over here, but it's not going to work out for me in the long run. But I'm taking over the highway here. He's got his side of the highway. I've got some defensive points. I've got a huge amount of defensive points in the south. And in fact, at this point, I had the most troops. I tried to make a swing around here. It's just not going to really work out for me. He's going to be able to swing around himself and catch me off guard and start pulling some really good sweeping moves. I pull back. I'm able to salvage my army mostly, but you know, it's we're not. Then he starts to instruct me here, so you know, it's a bit rough on my side for sure. I still have these awesome defensive points here in the on Lee Cross's side, right? So like if he comes across that river, he's gonna meet my troops in the streets. But I guess I'm getting a little impatient. I decided to move across here against him again, and at least kind of hold that bridge on his side of the bridge. So he's now come back and cut me off pretty well before I could move. So good for him. But look, I'm trying to come up. Oh, he just barely beat me. I almost could have made it to that city. Good for him. He moved too quick for me. You can also see here, Kale has taken over a couple of my cities now. So it's starting to look a little bit rough on my side again. Brazilian dude's doing pretty well. I think he's acting a little cautious here, but he is facing Lee, so it can be a daunting proposition for sure. Especially since Lee does have the troop count. Well, I guess he's yeah, he has the troop count. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but not by that much. He's leading, but not by too terribly much. So what do you guys think about this? Have you played Urban Map? Have you guys made your own unique styles of maps? What other kind of maps do you think we could make in the future at the Bunal Brigade? I've already been seeing some potential like North African campaign maps here, maybe some ancient Egypt type stuff. I also have some what appear to be AI made templates that I'm going to feature in a different video, but they look really amazing. You know, I don't really necessarily have a problem with AI being used at all. So to me, they look really cool, but I'm going to feature those because they're not necessarily urban maps. I'm going to feature those in another video at some point. Again, this is all videos taken from Subscriber Sunday, where you, the subscriber, can come play me, Lee Cross, Girth, all kinds of huge, awesome players. And you. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel, and please consider liking this video so more people get it. And I'm going to say it again, if you guys are on your mobile phone watching right now and you've already this deep into the video, please, please, please hype this video. It's really easy. Just look down, hit the hype button. It makes this video get out in the algorithm so much deeper. And I do appreciate it, guys. So the last one, I was thinking purple won the match. I think I was thinking of this one because if you see now, Lee has the overwhelming amount of cities. So that's why we would call this end of this match here for Lee. He did really well. He's a very good YouTuber. He's very good player of War of Dots, so it's hard to say anything else. Okay, generals, now we are going to be moving on to our third, well, actually our second map, but our third match of this video. This is another one brought to us by Number 2 Pencil. Now look at this. This is more of like a suburban map, right? It's got a couple different like city centers around. There's roads connecting them. There's a beautiful, awesome river and lakes. There's a couple different bodies of water around here. Very, very cool. Again, I think this looks, I don't know. I just think it looks great. I'm so blown away by the creativity that I'm seeing in our Discord. And again, this is a super cool, just like a unique way to play, a new way to think about War of Dots and how to play. And again, if you don't realize it, right, these roads in the cities are built on like what would be considered like right the rock or the hills map piece, and then the buildings are made from the mountains map piece. So you cannot cross those dark gray. Those are like tall skyscrapers or just regular houses, however you want to look at it. And then the roads and all that stuff are made out of what would be considered the hills. So again, I think it's just super cool. I am really, really excited when I see these maps being built by the community. Here we have, I think it went a little too fast, but I'm trying to do two different alliances. I did an alliance with both orange and purple, and then I'm hoping, that purple's going to attack orange, but then I finally do, and I think purple's going to come here and backstab me in a second. Pretty funny. I was trying to get them to fight each other and pretend I had a truce with both of them so that they would fight each other and I could kind of come and sweep up, pull an Omega, if you will, sit in the background and then wait till somebody else is fighting. Purple did keep their alliance though for quite a long time, and we were advancing here, trying to take cities. But as you can see, I moved my army out to go take other cities, and purple is going to decide to, kind of go against our alliance here, and made some moves against us. But I was all about getting that orange map, and well, you can see kind of my army split off here, and we're not able to really take over anything. And now we're in a hugely down position. 33,000 troops versus orange's 160, purple's 270. This is going to be a difficult, if not impossible, match for me here now. In fact, there goes my last unit here in a second, which will then unveil the map. There you go. Now, again, this is like the suburban map, right? There's like 4 little towns. They have roads that connect them. There's a river. There's a couple lakes, some forests, grasslands. Just super, super cool. I really, really dig it. Well, and as you can see here, this purple guy, who I think is named Sitting Duck, and I think he's been around once or twice, has won that match. Here we are, generals, coming up on our third urban map of the day and our fourth match of this video. It is brought to us by none other than our channel friend and favorite and fellow YouTuber. Go follow him. His link is below in the description. Mr. Talvi Fox, look at this. Another really cool urban map. Now this one obviously has a lot more bridges. It's got a lot more of like a city center. And it's potentially nerfed a little bit towards Mr. Blue, Mr. Talvi here. But you can see that each kind of city, each unit, each color has their own like little city section. There's people across rivers. There's people, with different capital areas and that kind of thing. So again, it's just so cool to see the different cities that people are building out. The roundabouts in there, the larger kind of park areas. Very, very cool. And again, Talvi built this one out for us. I really do just get so excited when I'm seeing these new maps, right? Like, I mean, again, we have 17 weeks in a row. This upcoming week will be 18 weeks in a row. For you guys who are bad at math, that is 4.5 months every Sunday playing for at least 2 hours with the community. And I tell you, I was getting sick and tired of those maps. This has really reawoken my interest in the game. Um, I mean, there is this mechanic, right? The mechanic is there to build your own custom maps, so why not use it? And the couple weeks prior to making these urban maps, we were making island hopping centric maps, navy centric maps. And I was kind of thinking, what else, what else can we do other than just navy? Because I think we did that 2 or 3 weeks in a row. And then someone, I forget who, I think it was a new player, I'm not sure who, but they hosted a game and they had an urban focused map, or an urban-esque map. I think it had at least one city in it, with these kind of the mountains being the buildings. And again, wow, like that really sparked a huge wave of art and creativity in the Discord, and has led us again to this new video here. You can see here Lord is playing in this match. Lord is also an amazing. Bartek and Lord are both annihilators, which is a very difficult handle to get, and they are, very good in their own right. You can see Bartek has basically now fallen off, and Lord is gonna start kind of steamrolling. He's got the city advantage here, the most cities inside the city, and he's currently just kind of sitting back waiting for his army to pick up, the economy to start cranking out some cash. He's now making his invasion, crossing the rivers, crossing the bridges, really pushing here against both lines. Hey guys, if you've made it this far into the video, again, please subscribe to my channel, Mr. Bunal Gaming. Consider subscribing to Talvi's channel. Consider subscribing to Mr. Brazilian Guy's channel. I'm sure you probably already have subscribed to Lee Cross, but go ahead and follow him as well. There are quite a few YouTubers in our community, and I want to make sure that the community grows as much as possible. So if you like the content, go check them out as well. Again, since this is a Subscriber Sunday match, you can see that Lord is kind of in the lead big time, and we're going to call the match very shortly in his favor. There we go. Lord won that one for sure. Generals, that right there is exactly what I am talking about. The sheer chaos, the tactical depth of these urban maps completely changed the way we play War of Dots. I cannot say thank you enough to the Bunal Brigade. Your creativity and dedication are exactly what keeps this community thriving and keeps our 17-week Subscriber Sunday streak alive, coming up 18th week in a row. A massive shout out again to Number 2 Pencil for building out those first two brutal meat grinders, and another huge thank you to our good friend Mr. Talvi Fox for another absolute masterpiece for a final map. I have dropped links in the description below. Do me a favor and head over right now and give Talvi a follow, give the Brazilian dude a follow, and come to our Discord to join the community. We love supporting creators who support this community, and all are welcome. If watching these block by block battles sparked any idea for a map for you, or if you just want to deploy with the best community in strategy gaming, the link to the Bunal Brigade Discord is right down there below. Or if you want to join my membership program as well, please do consider that. It really does help out my channel. So now get in there, share your map files, and let's keep building this out together. All are welcome. Now, Generals, before you head out, jump into the comments and let me know which one of today's maps was your favorite. Was it the suburbs? Was it the first big city? Or was it Talvi's city? And please make sure you've hit the like button. And if you're new here, please subscribe so you don't miss our next tactical breakdown. And if you are on your mobile phone, please, please, please smash that hype button. It only takes you a second, and it means the world to me. It really helps get our videos out into the algorithm. So, Generals, keep your formations tight, and I will see you on the next battlefield.